Good morning, students. Now today we will study combination of cells. As we have studied the series and parallel combinations of resistors, now in the same way we have to study the combinations of cell, as it is of great use in solving the numericals. So first of all, we will take series combination of cells. See, the basic rule will remain to be the same. Here, as we are taking two cells, let the two cells having EMF E1 and R1 is its internal resistance, second cell E2 and R2 is its internal resistance. So external terminals are A and C. Let this point is taken as B. So now when the cells are connected in series combination, you can see from here the negative terminal of first cell is connected to positive terminal of second cell, and the process continues. Here we have taken two cells. If number of cells are more, then you can see you have to connect the cells like this. Especially main focus is that negative of one cell should be connected to positive of other. In each case, it should not be reversed. So this is exactly the series combination of cells. Now here, as we can take, let I is the current flowing through the series combinations. Now potential at point A, let it be VA, potential at B, let it be VB, and potential at point C, let it be VC. So if we take potential difference VAB, you can take it as VA minus VB, this 1B. Now you can see, you can apply the formula we have discussed in the previous lecture, that potential difference, terminal potential difference is given by EMF minus potential drop across its internal resistance. See, E1 is a cell connected here, R1 is its internal resistance, and as cells are connected in series, so same current will flowing through each of the two. Now this terminal potential difference will be taken as E1 minus IR1. Especially we have taken AB terminal. Let it be equation 1. Now we have to find potential difference between B and C, VBC. So it will be VB minus VC. Again BC. From this you can simply conclude this will be equal to EMF of the cell minus potential drop across its internal resistance. Now, if we have to find potential difference between external terminals, that is A and C, so how can we represent it? This will be VA minus VC. Now for simplification, can I do one modification, like can I add and subtract VB to this equation? What I have done, this is the same. I have simply this minus VB plus VB, this is 0. So why we have done, so that we can express it in terms of equation 1 and 2. So I have simply subtracted VB from this and added VB to this. So minus VB plus VB. So now rearrange these two. We are getting VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. So VA minus VB, as per this equation, this is E1 minus IR1 plus, this is second equation from a E2 minus IR2. So VAC will be equal to E1 plus E2. Now these two parts minus, here you can see I is common among these two along with negative. So can I take minus I common, and now this is R1 plus R2 within the bracket. So see, the potential difference between A and C, this is equal to E1 plus E2 minus IR1 plus I2. Now I am comparing it with the basic equation. What is equation? V is equal to E minus IR. Actually, the basic concept to find terminal potential difference is always have a equation like E is equal to, this V is equal to E minus IR. So now we are comparing this equation. So from here what we are concluding, that this E is equal to E1 plus E2, and R is equal to R1 plus R2. What does it mean? This is an important result we have to learn. When the cells are connected in series, then EMF is taken as sum of EMF of individual cells. Whatever number of cells are connected. If n cells are connected, then E1 plus E2 plus E3 and so on, n times. Similarly, when the cells are connected in series, so you can relate it with the results we have discussed earlier. Total internal resistance will be obtained by sum of individual internal resistance. So directly you have to learn these two results, and if it has been asked how you conclude, how to find the series combination of the cells, then you have to just do all these steps. Now one thing I want to discuss with you, that I have taken in the diagram that cells are said to be connected in series when negative of first cell is connected to positive of other. But if the order is reversed, will it be a wrong connection? What is the significance of that? Let me take it. If we are taking, suppose this is cell E1 having internal resistance R1, and this is cell E2 having internal resistance R2. These are connected between the external terminals AC, and this is B. Now, I is the current flowing through it. Their polarity is just reversed. Now, what will happen? Initially, the first point we are taking, that we have not taken E1 and E2 to be identical. We are taking a general concept. Later on, we will take the different values. Now, from here, as VAB, this will be VA minus VB. This will be taken as E1 minus IR1. Same steps you will follow here. Actually, I can give you result directly, but I want you to understand the basic concepts. And VBC, this will be VB minus VC. This will be equal to E2 minus IR2. In the same way we have done earlier. Now, VAC, potential difference between these two. What you will do? VA minus VB plus VB minus VC. We can simply add these directly, you can say, or to make it same in the same manner, we have just added and subtracted VB, so that this is VAB and this is VBC. Now see here, what we have done, we have taken here E1 minus IR1, and here also we are taking E2 minus IR2. See here, is there something not matching? You can see here that actually it should be minus E2. I have taken it knowingly. Why? Because I want to just focus the point that here, why the polarity, why this E2 comes to be negative, because here the negative terminal is coming. So here this will be taken as minus E2 minus IR2. This is the main point. If you understand this point, there will be no confusion. See here, polarity is reversed. In the previous case, polarity was not reversed, so that's why we have taken plus E2. But here the polarity is reversed, so EMF will be minus E2. So now substitute the value of VAB and VAC. This is E1 minus IR1 minus E2 minus IR2. It will be E1 minus I2. E1 minus E2 minus I R1 plus R2. You can now see what is the difference. This point is different. So if we are comparing it with the standard equation, E comes out to be E1 minus E2. And you can see here, there is no effect on the internal resistance. Internal resistance is obtained by the same rule as we have done earlier. So this all concept which I have explained you, this is for your understanding. You must know the basic rule, why the polarity is changing, and why this, due to this change of polarity, here the sign in the final result will be changing. So if we take, we have suppose n cells. These are n number of cells, each having EMF E. till now we have taken their EMF are different. Left, I am taking one specific condition. When n such cells are connected in series, then EMF will be equal to N into E. And internal resistance, obviously each having internal resistance R, so it will be N into R. But if one cell is wrongly connected with polarity reversed, wrong connection means its polarity get reversed, having same internal resistance and EMF, then what will be the EMF? In general form, you can say this can be NE minus, see, it will be 2E. This is the main point what you have to take, that when one cell is wrongly connected, provided each having same EMF. So in that particular case, what you have to take, as n cells are connected in series, so total EMF will be NE. One is wrongly connected, it means these two will not contribute, so we have taken minus 2E. So let me take if n is equal to 5 and if 1 is wrongly connected, so what will be the net EMF? This will be 5E minus, that means 2E. So it will be 3E. Here you can see, here we have n equal to 4. So net EMF, it will be 4E minus 2E. You can see here that these two will not contribute because they have same EMF. They will not contribute. So what will be left? Contribution of only these two cells. So net EMF should be 2E. That is from here we are getting. So it means when the cells are connected in series and the polarities are connected in the proper order, then EMF will be E1 plus E2 plus E3 and so on. But if any one cell is wrongly connected, then in that case EMF will be given by E1 minus E2. If number of cells are connected, like E1 plus E2 plus E3 minus E4, or if the cells have identical EMF, then you can learn this particular result if any terminal is wrongly connected for any of the cell. Now next we are taking parallel grouping of cells. Let we are taking two cells, one cell having EMF E1 and internal resistance R1, and another cell having EMF E2 and internal resistance R2. Let these are connected in parallel combination. When these are connected in parallel combination, so basically which factor will remain to be same? Yes, this is the potential difference. So here you can say positive of the cells are connected to terminal A and negative of the cells are connected to terminal B. So these are connected in parallel combination. Now here, let as from this positive terminal, I1 is the current flowing from it, I2 is the current flowing through it. So total current, this will be equal to I1 plus I2. Now here, if we are taking that potential difference between terminals of this first cell, this is first cell we are taking, and for this first cell we can take a potential difference that be equal to VA minus VB. This is A, this is B. So from here, for the first cell, it will be taken as E1 minus I1 R1. As per the previous result we have discussed, we have applied the terminal potential difference is given by E1 minus I1 R1, that is potential drop across its internal resistance. From here, now what we are getting here, let me calculate the value of I1 from this equation. So basically I1 R1 to get, we are interchanging the positions. This is E1 minus V. So I1 will be E1 minus V upon R1. Let it be equation 1. Now for this we have done, just to understand the concept very carefully, because slightly this may confuse if you will not do it by writing simultaneously. See, for first cell we have applied the concept, that is terminal potential difference is equal to this relation. Now same concept we will apply for the second cell. So here, because we are taking that the potential difference between the cell, that is always remaining to be same, that's why we will take it as V here as well as V here. For cell E1 and cell E2, terminal potential difference will be same. So for the second cell, it will be E2 minus I2 R2. Why? Because I2 is the current flowing through the second cell. Now, again by rearranging it, we are solving it, and what we are getting the value of I2 from this equation. So rearranging, I2 comes out to be E2 minus V upon R2. So what we have done, we have used key points for it. We have used the concept of potential difference and calculated the value of I1 and I2. Now next step, what should be in our mind for solving it? As we know that in parallel combination, which factor remains same? Terminal potential difference, which we have taken. And which factor get divided? Current get divided. So as we know that the current I is equal to I1 plus I2. So now substitute the value of I1 and I2 in this equation. Now the concept we have done, this is the mathematical calculation part, which you have to do it carefully. E1 upon R1 plus E2 upon R2 minus V upon R1 minus V upon R2. This is the similar sectors we have taken together. Now this is one, this is another. So E1 by R1 plus E2 by R2 minus V we can take common along with negative sign. So it will be 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. So now what should be the next step? Let me take LCM of this step separately and this step separately. How? Let me take, this is LCM is R1 R2. So here by taking LCM, this R2 will be multiplied with the E1 R2 plus E2 R1 minus V. If we are taking its LCM, again it is R1 R2, so it will be R2 plus R1. What we are getting here? This is I. Now just we will cross multiply. We will take, actually this is the current in terms of E1, E2, R1, R2 and V. But our purpose is not to do like it, but purpose is to convert it into the standard equation V equal to E minus IR. So now our next steps will be to rearrange the terms to convert the equation in that standard form. Now from this equation, as we have to convert it in the form V equal to E minus IR. So we will take it, this V factor on the right side, left side. This is V into R1 plus R2 upon R1 R2 equal to, this is E1 R2 plus E2 R1, as such we are writing, upon R1 R2 minus I. Now we have to make this V single, so this all factor will come here. So what we are doing here, this is V E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 R2. This cross multiplying here, you are again getting R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Same is the step with I. This is I R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. This is a simplified step. Now this factor is common, this is cancelling out. So what we are getting, V is E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2 minus I R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. So now you can see this is resembling with this equation. So on the left side V, on the right side, now this term here, when the two cells are connected in parallel having different EMF and internal resistance, so E will be given by E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2. You have to learn this result. Few years back there was one question in 1 mark question was there in any of the board exam where this result was directly asked. What will be the EMF of combined EMF of the two different cells when they are connected in parallel? So this can be the result. And from here what we are getting, that internal resistance will be given by R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. So now you have to learn the results. You have to see that results are equally important, and this concept, this parallel grouping of cell is quite very important for derivation point of view also. So don't skip this derivation. Now from this, if we are taking one particular case, if we take, let the two cells having EMF E1, E2 all identical, it means, and their resistance, internal resistance are all identical. Let they are represented by E dash and R dash. Suppose we have taken two cells, so we are working for that only. Now from this standard, the equation which we have obtained here, above equation, now if we will substitute all the values here, let me take what will be the result. This is E dash R dash plus E dash R dash upon R dash plus R dash. So it will be 2 E dash R dash upon 2 R dash. What we are getting, it means two identical cells we are taking, then their combined EMF will be equal to EMF of any of the cell, as we have taken that when the two cells of different EMF are connected in parallel, then the result we have to learn this one. This is a general result, but if the cells which are connected in parallel having identical EMF internal resistance, then you can directly take as a result that EMF of the combination will be EMF of any of the cell E dash which we are taking, as you are observing from this case. Now what will be the internal resistance? Internal resistance will be R dash by 2R dash. Again this will be R dash by 2. So it means these two are the general result. From it you can come to the specific conclusion. Now after this we are doing next topic, that is grouping of identical cells. When we have identical cells, it means when n identical cells, let they are connected in series combination first. So n identical cells are connected in series, each having internal resistance R, EMF E. This combination is connected to external load resistance, and let I is the current flowing through the circuit. So basically here if we are taking equivalent of combined EMF for this complete circuit, see, as n cells are connected in series, so now if the cells are connected in series, what is the result we have studied? That net EMF will be equal to total EMF rather. Total EMF will be E1 plus E2 plus E3 and so on. As n cells are connected here, so it will be n into E. And now R equivalent, since all these resistances, all these cells are connected in series, so their resistance will be also added in series combination, and you can take it as n into R. So total resistance of the circuit will be R plus NR. So now what is the current flowing in the combined circuit? This is EMF by total resistance. Now this is the result. See, actually this concept is quite simple. Here are few results which we have to work on the special cases. Now special cases which we are discussing here. This is exactly not taken as a derivation point. This you can do as an activity also, as a question also. So if we are taking, let this load resistance is very small as compared to internal resistance, so it will be negligibly small, you will ignore it. So from this equation I will be equal to NE, ignoring R will be not taken, so it will be equal to E upon R. It means for grouping of n cells in series, current in external resistor is same as current due to single cell. Although the combination has n cells connected in series, so what will be the current through external resistance when it is very, very small, when this capital R is very small? So in that particular case, current in the external resistance is same as the current due to any of the single cell, any of the cell. Why? Because we have taken the result that the current comes out to be E upon R. So that is current due to a single cell. Now next case, if we are taking, if this capital R is very large as compared to internal resistance, so R is greater than NR. So in that particular case, you will ignore this internal resistance. So obviously what we are ignoring, this NR to be ignored, we are getting this one. So in that particular case, current through the circuit or current in the external resistance is N times current due to the single cell. We are ignoring the internal resistance of the cell. These are the some concluding results on the basis of conditions provided. Now next we are doing parallel combinations of cell. As we are taking cells basically these are all identical cells we are taking. Let each having EMF E and internal resistance R. As for each of the cell, EMF is same, so the terminal potential difference will also be same. That will be E. So now here, when identical cells are connected in parallel combination, so EMF for the combined circuit, it will be equal to E. You can just check it from the result we have discussed earlier, that was E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2. Here cells are identical, so R1 equal to R2 and E1 equal to E2, and when you will solve keeping each EMF to be equal to E, you will get the same result. Now, as the cells are connected in parallel, their internal resistance, let it be represented by R equivalent, and this will be obtained by taking reciprocal of all this. So, as N cells are connected in parallel, so this will be equal to N by R, and R equivalent will be R upon N. Now, what will be the effective resistance, total resistance of the entire circuit? As external load resistance plus internal resistance. So now EMF is known, total resistance is known. If we have to find current flowing through the circuit, it will be E, that is divided by R dash, that is R plus R by N. Now if we take its LCM, when you are taking its LCM, it will come out to be NE upon NR plus R. Now, here we are taking special cases. First of all, if we take that load resistance is very small as compared to this internal resistance of a cell. So, if we will put the value here, this current I will come out to be, here you will ignore this resistance. So, here when we are ignoring it, you are getting it, that is R in the denominator. It means what we are getting, that current in the external resistance is N times current due to a single cell. Similarly, if we are taking another case when R, load resistance is greater as compared to R. So in that particular case, current comes out to be current due to a single cell. Basically, either we have taken the cases of series combination of identical cell or parallel combinations. Steps we have to learn, what will be the EMF, what will be the total resistance, and what is the current. Depending upon the specific conditions where load resistance is greater than internal resistance or load resistance is less than, we are coming to the conclusions. So these are independent points. Now we will discuss mixed grouping of cells. This is nothing other than we have done earlier. We are discussing the same concepts we have done in series and parallel combinations. So series, this is mixed combination, mixed grouping of identical cells. That we are taking N such cells are connected in series, and such kind of combinations we have many number of cells are connected in parallel. So these are terminals A and B. So let n cells are connected in series and m such rows are which are connected in parallel. N cells 1 2 3, these n cells are connected in series and such n cells, these all are connected in m rows. So now what will be the total EMF? First of all, find the EMF of this cell in series combination. As n cells are connected, so EMF will be NE. Now see for the entire circuit. For this single row, this is having this total EMF NE. That means when the cells are connected in parallel grouping, for each line having the same EMF NE, and for parallel combination EMF remaining to be same, so total EMF is NE. Now total internal resistance. Total internal resistance, again it will be NR. For actually we are not taking for entire circuit, this is internal resistance I will mention for series combination, because we cannot take it as total. We are taking internal resistance for series combination. Now for mixed grouping, if we are taking this one row having internal resistance NR and this is having internal resistance NR and such m rows are connected, now you will take total internal resistance of mixed group. What it will be? Let me take it as R equivalent. So now to calculate this 1 by R equivalent, this is 1 by NR plus 1 by NR and so on. As m such rows are connected, so corresponding here will be m such resistances are connected in parallel combination. So this will be equal to m by NR. This implies total internal resistance will be NR upon m. Each row has internal resistance NR, 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 m times. When these are adding, the internal resistance it will come out to be NR upon m. Now, being load resistance is connected also, so total resistance of the combination will be R plus NR upon m. So now, current flowing in the circuit will be total EMF NE and total resistance is R plus NR upon m. So from here what you are concluding, I is equal to NE upon R plus NR upon m. You can just take a LCM, multiply in the numerator also. But I will have to discuss one condition on the basis. What is the condition? As see here, for this current to be maximum, when this current will be maximum, see the mass rule. I will be maximum when denominator is minimum, and in the denominator there is a total resistance. So you will say this will be possible only if R plus NR upon m, this is minimum, and the minimum value resistance cannot have negative value. Minimum value is only 0. So it means R plus NR upon m, that means 0 value. And as you can take it as R will be equal to NR upon m. We cannot take negative sign because there is no significance of negative sign. If I will put this negative sign, no significance. So I have dropped this negative sign. We will simply take that external load resistance is equal to total internal resistance of the combination of the circuit. See, this result is quite very important, as in mixed grouping of cell, to get maximum current, this condition you have to use. There is one NCERT numerical simply on this basis. All this result you will use it directly in that numerical and you will be able to find the current. Even if you have been asked find the maximum power dissipation, then also for that will be possible only when current will be maximum, and this is possible under this condition only. So you have to learn this result also. Now on this basis of the result we have discussed earlier, that the terminal potential difference is EMF minus I into R. If the battery go flat, that means EMF become constant, but internal resistance will go on increasing. I have already discussed that when the cell is continuously in use, its internal resistance will go on increasing, and in a situation when internal resistance become maximum, then it will not be able to supply current in the circuit. So now when internal resistance increases, what is the effect on terminal potential difference? See here, as per this is constant, this is flat. As this factor is increasing, so if this is going on increasing, that means subtraction factor is going on increasing, then we will go on decreasing. This can be conceptual problem on the basis. So this is all for today. I have discussed few important topics today, that is combination of cells, and on the combination of cells we have concluded that when the cells are connected in series, identical cells, if we are connected in series, then net total EMF will be NE. Or if the cells EMF are not identical, then total EMF will be E1 plus E2 plus E3 and so on. Likewise for the internal resistance, also following the same rule as for the resistance combination. But when the cells are connected in parallel combination, in that particular case, if the cells have different internal resistances and EMFs, then EMF will be obtained by E1 R2 plus E2 R1 upon R1 plus R2. You can tell the result from it. And if the cells are connected in parallel having identical EMF and internal resistance, then for the entire combination EMF will be same. So this is all we have discussed today. Just give it a writing practice, learn it twice, listen the video twice, so that it will give you more clarity. Beta, this kind of concept which we are doing in this manner, actually you have to do all the steps by your hand. Otherwise mathematical calculations will not work if you are just listening the things, viewing the things, watching the things. So give it a written practice after watching the video also. Only then it will be fruitful to you. So thank you. Have a nice day.